My name is Jane Samwendi. I'm a student at USIU. I'm 21 years old. When I was 19, I got raped, but this was not like with people I don't know, but with people I knew.
I got a call at 2 a.m. from my best friend. This is somebody who knows everything about my life. I also know the same about her from when we were 10 years old or younger. She tells me that we need to talk, and she has something to tell me.
According to the Equality Effect, an organization that develops creative legal solutions to address the inequality of women and girls in Africa, it has been widely acknowledged that the majority of people affected by gender-based violence are women and girls.
It was a day trip per se. I went out with a group of friends. We were having fun, just relaxing, no drugs were involved. But just as a person who has friends who she trusts, I decided to send a friend for juice. And instead of the girl giving me juice in 5 or in 2 minutes, the girl took a whole 30 minutes. So basically, I trusted this friend of mine so much to an extent that I didn't think that she would do anything wrong to me. So when she came back after 30 minutes, all I asked her was, why did she take so long? But what she said was, she was receiving a call, like a long call, and then I was like, okay. I only took 3 sips of the juice and I blacked out.
So she starts telling me like how she's been staying with her uncle and all. One of the nights he was acting a bit weird when she went down to get water. He made this weird comment on her looks. The comment that he made was, she looks more pretty at night in her pajamas than she does during the day. And she found that really weird. So she like just wrote it off as nothing much and went to sleep.
The next morning I woke up. I was alone in the house we were in, and all I could see is my dress was torn and there was nothing else I could do.
And the next day, before she left for uni, she was alone in the house, and she had like later classes so she would sleep in, and her uncle would be the only one in the house with her. So she starts telling me like how he knocks at her door to wake her up, and she like just chills around, and then after a while he comes back and does the same, and like the third time he forces his way into the room, and like for her being a girl, her main cover is her blanket, and he pulls that off. She gets angry and yells at him like, what is he doing? And like how he slowly started to grab her and sort of grope her, and what else happened.
Rape is a despicable act that causes mental anguish. And even though an individual may heal physically, the victims carry psychological scars for the rest of their lives.
I had been in hospital, admitted with depression for 2 weeks before my parents could know anything that had happened.
The main thought in my head was to find this guy and to kill him. All I wanted to do was literally take a knife and stab him and feel something within him ripping. I had a rage that I'd never felt before. And honestly, the only thing that stopped me was the fact that she told me that she needed me there for her. And I knew that if I were to do this, then I wouldn't be able to also be there for her, and that's what mattered to me more.
I got pregnant from the ordeal, and I love my son. I don't hate my son.
Rape is a traumatic experience and a sensitive issue. According to the Equality Effect, at least 300 people are raped in Kenya every day. However, it still remains unclear how many victims there actually are, as most rape cases go unreported.
My name is Balraj. I'm a clinical psychology master's student here, currently doing my practicum at the counseling center. Usually for victims of rape, the first instance is to report it. One of the main hospitals that does such things is Nairobi Women's, where they have a whole department to deal with rape cases, gender violence, and things like that. For those who know someone who's been raped and have been indirectly affected by it, there's counseling services available for them too.
everyone deserves respect. The moment you see that girl, don't see her as someone you can just go with her to bed.
We say no to rape. We say no to gender violence.